Good morning, dear students. I'm sorry for the last video as it was long enough to be cut. So I will continue now, chapter 14 in The Merchant of Venice. We have stopped till Bassanio was very sad remembering that Antonio borrowed the money to help him. Bassanio said he would die in Antonio's place or even give up his wife if this would help Antonio. Graziano said the same. Portia and Nerissa, disguised, were not happy to hear this. Now, this means that Antonio he was very lucky with his friends. He had got very faithful and true friends. Shylock thought that they were not good husbands and thought that Lorenzo would be like them. This made him angry again as he remembered Jessica and that she hurt him. This issue made him remember Lorenzo and what his daughter Jessica made to him. Portia gave the decision that Shylock would take a pound of Antonio's flesh. Then she asked Shylock whether he would do anything that was not written in the contract, and he said yes. So she just wanted to take confirmation from Shylock that he will never do anything that was not listed in the contract. Portia told Shylock that he can take the flesh, but without taking any blood. If he did, the Duke would take everything Shylock owned. Okay, guys, as we understand from this part that the contract listed that he could take a pound of flesh from Antonio, but nothing was mentioning that there should be blood when he take the pound of flesh. So he said before, Shylock said before that he will never do anything not listed in the contract. So how come he will take a pound of flesh and the blood will come out? The blood was not mentioned in the contract. Here, guys, Portia was very intelligent and smart. She doesn't want him to take the pound of flesh from Antonio. That's why she was convincing him that he will not be able to do anything not listed in the contract. If he did, the Duke would take everything Shylock owned. She threatened him that if you do something that is not listed in the contract, this means that the Duke will take everything that you have. Shylock decided that he would take the money instead of the flesh. Now, Shylock changed his mind. He said, okay, I will take the money instead of the flesh. Bassanio was ready to pay the money, but Portia said that this was not written in the contract, and Shylock did not want the money and had to take only the pound of flesh. Here, Portia was very smart also. She told Bassanio, no, don't give him anything. The money was not listed in the contract, and he promised, or he said that he would never do anything not listed in the contract. So there is no money for Shylock. Shylock tried to take away the money he lent Antonio, but the judge said that he refused to take the money before and cannot take it now. He said that he doesn't want the money. He wanted the pound of flesh. Okay, so there is no money. Shylock realized that he would not take anything and decided to go home. Wow, that was wonderful. Portia said that Shylock would lose all he owned, everything he owned because he had planned to kill a citizen of Venice. Half to the person he planned to kill and half to the Duke. Okay, as we remember, guys, that Shylock wanted to bind to Venice rules and the laws. And the law said that if he plans to kill someone or to take out the life of someone, this means that he was planning to kill someone. In the law of Venice, this means that the person that he was planning to kill will take half of what he has, and also the Duke will take the other half. Half to the person he planned to kill and half to the Duke. The Duke was the only person who could save him from death if the Duke showed mercy. Now, the Duke was Christian, guys. And he wanted to show Shylock that Christians are good people and they are not hating, or they don't hate the Jew. So He showed mercy. The Duke decided to show mercy for Shylock, but half of everything he owned would belong to Antonio. Shylock asked them to kill him because they will kill him if they take everything he owned. Shylock told them, okay guys, you can kill me now, because if you take what I have, this means that you're killing me. This means that I am dead. Because guys, you know that he was a miser and he doesn't like to pay money. So this means that he will die without his money. Portia asked Antonio if he wanted to say anything. Antonio said that he did not want to take half of Shylock's wealth, but he only wanted to borrow money to help his friend. Antonio said that he would give this half to Lorenzo and Jessica after Shylock dies. Wow, that was perfect, guys. See how Antonio was a good friend? He wanted to help Lorenzo, his friend, because he knows that he doesn't have money. He said that half the money of Shylock, he doesn't want it. He wanted to go to Jessica and Lorenzo after Shylock dies. Antonio said that Shylock must become a Christian first. The Duke also said if Shylock did not become a Christian, he would take back his mercy and Shylock would die. So here they wanted him to convert to Christianity. And they told him this is the condition, the only condition that they have. If he will not change into Christian, he will die. Shylock realized that he had no choice and agreed. He was not feeling well, so he decided to go home while Nerissa wrote the contract. Okay, guys, let's answer the questions of chapter 14. Okay. Who are the main characters? The main characters of chapter 14 are Shylock, Graziano, Portia, Bassanio. Who are the minor characters? Antonio and the Duke. What is the setting? The Duke's palace. Okay, guys, let's complete the following sentences. Number 1, Shylock was sharpening his knife, preparing to take Antonio's pound of flesh. Number 2, the young judge was Portia, but the messenger was Nerissa. Portia and Nerissa were not happy as Bassanio and Graziano said that they were ready to die or give up their wives if it could help Antonio. Answer the following questions. Number 1, how did Portia save Antonio? Portia disguised as a young judge. She told Shylock that he can take a pound of Antonio's flesh, but without a drop of blood, or the Duke will take everything he owns. Number 2, Shylock understood that he wouldn't take his pound of flesh. He won't take his money. Discuss. Shylock can't take his pound of flesh without dropping any blood. And he cannot take his money as it was not written in the contract. Number 3, what does the law of Venice say if someone plans to kill a citizen of Venice? He will lose everything he owns, half to the person he tried to kill, and the other half will belong to the Duke. Number 4, Shylock must become a Christian. Explain. Antonio didn't want half of everything Shylock owned, but he wanted Shylock to become a Christian or the Duke will take back his mercy. Comment on the following quotations. I don't think you are a man, you are an animal. Comment. Graziano said these words to Shylock in the Duke's palace, as Shylock was sharpening his knife, preparing to take a pound of Antonio's flesh. Number 2, we can't change the law of Venice or set a bad example. Comment. Portia said these words to Bassanio in the Duke's palace when he asked her to stop Shylock and prevent killing Antonio. You can't make me do it unless it is in the contract. Comment. Shylock said these words to Portia when she asked him to bring a doctor to help Antonio after Shylock takes the pound of flesh. Number 4, he said in front of us that he didn't want the money. He wanted only the penalty that is in the contract. Comment. Portia said these words to Bassanio and Shylock when Shylock gave up taking his pound of flesh and decided to take only the money they borrowed into without an interest. Letter E, cause and effect. We have the effect, nobody recognized Portia. The cause, Portia disguised herself as a man. We have number 2, effect. Shylock thinks that he shouldn't bring a doctor. The cause, it was not written in the contract. That was for chapter 14, guys. I hope you understand everything. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.